Hello, my name is Alice Trindle, and welcome to another Tip for the Ride. My partner Tilly is helping me out today, and we'd like to present to you a series of 3 suppling maneuvers to prepare your horse for a great ride. No matter what discipline you're pursuing, whether you're out chasing cows or on that mountain trail, whether you're in the arena or pursuing a dressage test, it's important that not only we are prepared as humans with our yoga and Pilates, but also that we've prepared our horses. So let's get started with a series of 3 movements to help prepare your horse to be supple and having that willing attitude as well. As we look at developing these suppling movements, as with any kind of activity that prepares our bodies or prepares the horse's body, it will be more efficient if we do it more dynamically. In other words, if we do it with movement. But in order to catch it well on the video, I'd like to start to show you these 3 patterns, these 3 suppling exercises at a standstill. The first one is looking at seeing if we can develop a softness in the jowl as well as up into the pole. If you were to try this on your own, it would simply be, or on your human body, it would be this type of a movement. You would take a little turn to the left and a little turn to the right. To prepare my horse to do that, what I'm looking for is a wrinkle in her jowl. I want her to think about getting soft in that bridle, but to tip her nose a little bit here to the left. I'm not concerned right now with what my outside rein is about to do. It's really all about the inside. The movement is supported with a bit of a slide in the rein, and I'm going to drop my elbow and lift my hand towards that outside ear. As I go in nice and soft, and come out nice and soft as well. It should be like warm honey or a pulling of taffy that is just really all so warm that there's not any pull to it. In fact, pull is probably even the wrong word. Think of just seeing if I can suggest that she put a wrinkle in her jowl and turn her nose a bit in the direction of that rein. I'm looking for that. I lift that up and forward. Notice that I'm not too concerned about where my posture is here, because at this point it's about giving my horse a nice massage. I want her to really look forward to a nice stretch there and putting a little wrinkle here in her jowl and a little relaxing in her pole area. So if I tried that one to the other side, I'm going to run my hand down, lift up and towards that opposite ear, and then let it back out nice and smooth. That's what we're going to call position number 1. It's done totally with the inside active rein. The outside rein is not in a supportive position here. There's not much of a feel on it. Position number 2 now is to look for a bit of a wrinkle here in the jowl, and now a little wrinkle here down in front of her withers. For you, take a little bit of a turn in your eyes and your head to the left. Now lift an ear and drop the other. I'm lifting up on my right ear and dropping a bit on the left. If you'll notice, now you not only have a wrinkle here in your jowl, but you're starting to really stretch through the neck on that right side, and you're collapsing or flexing a bit here on the left. So to prepare on this one, I am going to put a feel in both reins. I'll put a little just zip, flip, divide. Have her just wait here. Excellent. I start with position number 1. Drop my elbow, lift up forward with that inside active hand. Now this time I'm going to support that with my direct feel on the outside. And you can see there, she's bending through the neck, and I also have a little bit of a bend or a wrinkle in that outside jowl or inside jowl. Let's try it the other way. Put a little zip, start with position number 1, drop the elbow, and I'll wait for her to find this. She has to be convinced that this is about suppling and softening, not a drill that she's dreading, but rather a drill that she's looking forward to. Another thing that this really does is helps to identify if you have a little ouch spot in your horse's muscles or suppling. You can see right now she's kind of stretching that down, and I'm going to let her go ahead because it's not about a reprimand in any way here. I wanted her to like to have her just soften and supple and not push, but she's kind of telling me that she'd like to stretch down after she does this nice, there we go, stretch through the neck. She's still kind of telling me there's a little something that's kind of going on. You know how that feels when you have just a little hitch as you do a nice stretch and you're thinking, man, I'd like to bring that back and then start it all over again. Again, really keep in mind that this is about a massage for your horse. It's not only for those muscles, but it's also working on their attitude and seeing kind of where they are, what side of the pasture they got up on today. The last position now is position number 3 is what we'll call it. And it's a nice stretch through the pole, here a real wrinkle in the jowl, a nice stretch through the outside neck, so we'll lift an ear. And now we'll see if we can also get a little bit of a wrinkle here in the rib cage and really do a nice stretch, not just from this ear through the neck, but all the way down through the rib cage. As with the others, I'm going to start in position number 1, getting the jowl first. Position number 2, supporting with both hands, and then in position number 3, I'm going to really see if I can arch and bend that and bring this inside hand up towards my armpit. So let's see if we can get that. Here's position number 1. We'll just have her wait. Lift up, nice. Got a nice wrinkle there. Position number 2. That's nice. Now, could I ask her to come around a little more and bring this to my armpit? And she says, yeah, that's a nice stretch. Certainly through up to my pole from my withers on up. This is an excellent opportunity to see that when we start to move with this exercise, that we'll actually get that movement through the whole rib cage rather than just from the tips of the ears down here through the withers. Let's try it one more time the opposite direction, because she was kind of telling us again that there was a little need to maybe stretch that a little more and just be soft and supple and wait for the softness to come. So I'll get 1, I'll get 2, I'll get 3, and then I'll let it on back out. Now on occasion I have seen other folks demonstrating well, they might have used the word pull, pulling the nose of the horse around to their knee or around to their foot. This has absolutely nothing to do with pulling. This is, again, a massage. This is an opportunity to stretch and flex our muscles with the horse from the pole down through the neck and eventually into the rib cage. So with that, let's stop for just a minute and then we'll get started again with a little bit of movement. Now let's put suppling position 1, 2, and 3 into movement. A primary concern, again, is that we are here to help and assist the horse in suppling, in relaxing, and getting a positive attitude going. So I want to keep that in my mind's eye as I move along. This is not something that I'm forcing her to do, but rather being there to help her to have a more comfortable ride, a more comfortable attitude, a more supple attitude. As we move forward here, We will definitely think about being there to help and feel for and of this horse. If she finds a spot that she's a little bracy, I want to not pull harder because the pulling is not really involved. I want to feel through that and see if I can help her to stretch that muscle, flex the opposite side. So let's get started now with those positions with movement. They're so much more dynamic. As I ride forward here, I'm basically on a pretty loose rein. I'll run down my right rein, drop my right elbow, put my right leg slightly on my right calf, continue to direct my energy down the line, and all I'm looking for is a nice little bend, a nice little wrinkle in her jowl. You may not find that as easy when you first start with your horse. In that case, you want to just feel through, get a little, and then relax back out of it. Again, I will lift up here, drop the elbow, lift to the outside ear, and then relax. Now let's take this into position number 2. I'll shorten both reins just a wee bit. I'll put my right leg on, go to position number 1, drop the elbow, lift to that outside ear. Now put a little feel on that outside rein as well. A little direct contact down to the left corner of her mouth. And you'll notice that she has a nice wrinkle coming here, not in in her shoulder blades, in her shoulder area or wither area. Let's see if we can get it on this side. Start with position number 1. Now put a feel in both reins, up and forward. Slight left leg on and a nice arch through the neck, and let her back out nice and soft and supple. Now let's go to position number 3. Again, start with position number 1. Drop the elbow. Now both hands come into contact. Now I'll bring this inside hand up towards my armpit and just wait for her. And she's really kind of showing me here. She has a few little places that are kind of maybe bothering her. So out we go back again. That might be in her back, it might be in the hock, it might not be anything up here, but by doing the suppling, we're going to find those little spots. Thank you. A lot better on this side. And be able to have her work those out just a little bit. Go to position number 1. Got it. Position number 2. I'm looking for a wrinkle in the neck. Good. Position number 3. Ask her to really bend through that whole arc of her body. And I really punch that outside hand forward. Now let her on back out. Let's see if we can do one more. Set. There's 1. Here's 2. There's 3. And notice the shoulders really came up. Now I could carry this into a little reverse bend work here and have her carry those shoulders on through on a bit of a circle. Now put my leg back on, have her come back here and change directions. Try the same thing going the other way. Position 1, 2, 3. Now ask her to bring those shoulders on through, keeping a suppleness, a softness, a soft, and then back out. My ultimate goal will be, as we then put contact, and I reach in and I have a nice handshake with the horse, and I prepare my body now, that she comes to attention and says, oh, I feel better through my back, my neck, my body. I could carry myself nice and soft and supple. Pushing down with my hands. Now it is important that I have good posture. And we'll see if our suppling has paid off. I have good posture, see if she can carry good posture, and we'll ask her to just come over here, a little sideways, nice, and out. Nice, long and low, and let her stretch out there. I hope this has been beneficial for you. Again, key points to remember in these 3 suppling positions. 1, it is all about the horse. This is about finding a nice supple attitude and a nice supple body. If you're getting some little ears like I was with Tilly here just a little bit, listen to those. Try to figure out what is it that they're trying to tell you, and then work through it as if you were a masseuse. As if you were in their shoes, how would you like to be treated? Next, remember that these are going to be more dynamic and more useful for you if you do them with movement. Don't rush through them. As you set them up and put them into the position or the posture, let them back out of that just as easily as you would want to be treated. Another example might be if you went in for a massage, you wouldn't want your masseuse to go into deep muscles massage immediately. You'd be looking for them to work their way in nice and soft until you get to that spot where there really is the deep muscle involvement. Last, keep in mind that this is your preparation for a great ride. If you have that good positive attitude, if you're looking for those little clues from your horse, then, and following through with a very positive massage to give to them, they're going to be looking forward to the ride. For now, this is Alice Trindle. I'm signing off, and I hope to see you out here in Eastern Oregon. Come ride with us.